Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do an update for Seunghan because someone told me actually that he is having I believe his debut in July. So I have been following with the cards. In the community we had been somehow reading, trying to update with the tarot readings about him and this whole process, So I somehow feel like we had been accompanying him through all these, ups and downs. But let's see what the cards have to say. I'm excited to read for him. So let's start. Um, and also, if you want to go and watch I did a 2025 reading in a live stream for him. So if you want to go and watch it, it will also mean a lot for my channel if you can support it. So thank you so much, and let's start. Um, for some kind of solo debut, we start with the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Sun card, we have the Moon card in the middle. We have the Five of Swords, and we have the Three of Wands. And then I pull an extra card as an advice for him for this new era, new project. And we have the Hierophant. So, if you notice, if you can actually observe, the image of the spread, of the reading, you notice that we do have a mix of a lot of yellow, a lot of orange, a lot of warm colors, and then in the middle we have a bit of blue. So I think that definitely this shows, the ambiguity, or maybe, the duality in his condition, that there could be, sunny days, there could be optimistic moments, a lot of energy, a lot of, passion for what he's doing, for what he's creating. But then, there could be some clouds, there could be some not so happy days, and also probably a bit of instability, a bit of insecurity, like, okay, like how are people going to receive this? And also maybe, there could be, still people, coming to somehow wanting to spoil for things for him, or trying to be on the defensive, or going on the internet, because I do have the Five of Swords here. So, but I think that, at the end, for me, the overall energy of this spread actually is very optimistic, because I think that he the best he can do is to prove, his value, and to prove that he has the talent, and that he's able to work on himself and on his abilities, and that let work do the talking, instead of and not stopping. I think that this is a spread that is like, there could be haters, there could be people that could try to sabotage him, but he's not going to stop. And I think that this is wonderful. So I'm going to tell you the cards that he got. We have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Sun card, we have the Moon card in the middle, the Five of Swords, the Three of Wands, and then the Hierophant. Starting, with this Eight of Pentacles, the Sun card, he has been working a lot on improving, practicing a lot. I think that I mentioned this for his 2025 reading. I do see a lot of work on the details. I see that this is, and actually he had fun working on this. So, with the Sun card, there's a lot of like childlike, very bright attitude. So if he had to work a lot, or to, work on details, and just be focused on, a very sharp training, or process of, getting everything ready, I think that he actually did enjoy it. He was able to connect, with this very vibrant, happy side of himself, being optimistic. I honestly think that he is, he has recovered somehow his, his ability to have fun. I think that actually, I don't know if the concept or the song or what he's going to bring is going to be very uplifting, but it seems very positive, very like maybe if it's a song for the summer, the sun card literally here, a lot of brightness, a lot of, warm days, a lot of, a very happy sentiment, having fun, probably dancing a lot. So, and also there's something about authenticity here. I don't think that the concept that he's bringing or the concept that he was assigned or what this solo is about, I think that probably it captures his essence. I don't think that it's like very like different or like it's going to be something that you're going to be like, okay, like this is not Seunghan or this is so unlike him. No, I think that he's going to fit perfectly, and there's something about this solo that it sort of represents very well his maybe his true colors or what he is about. He has a lot of potential, guys. I remember that in 2025 reading for him, he got the Empress in the middle. So I was like, this guy actually has the charisma. He has the potential to be a soloist. So, with the Sun card, I also see a lot of openness to not shyness, not awkwardness. I think that he's not worried about his development or his performance. Mostly he could be a bit, hesitant about how people are going to react to this. And this is why in the middle we have the moon card. The moon card, it could mean, there's some fears, insecurities. Definitely there's people working in the shadows, maybe to try to sabotage him or try to contact him or try to, send negative messages to him. Because I think that while he was practicing and getting ready, there was a sense or a feeling of optimism and just feeling so hyped and so excited for this. But as the time is coming, the time is getting near. The time is almost here. The project is about to be launched. I think that that's when the fears take over. I think that he definitely has some fears. He fears mostly rejection. This sort of this demonstration of anger, of resentment of people, seeing the ugly side of people. um I think that this is something that actually he's a bit like, and also the moon card in the middle. I think that this card is like, guys, he's doing his best, he's going to do his best, but also let's not forget that, um like the him doing having this debut, it can be happiness for some, but there's also sort of a shadow in this, a shadow, or people maybe feeling a bit insecure about him, or feeling a bit like even people that support him. I think that there's this feeling of like, oh, but if we support him, does this mean that we don't support Rice anymore? I think that people have a fear, or also probably people have a fear of being deceived again. If you're a fan, you probably there's a lot of fears about, and he himself, about disappointing, or about the past coming back again, or people being awful. And probably also the audience is going to feel a bit like, oh yeah, I like this that you're doing. I saw that you're having your debut, but there's this bittersweet feeling and a bit of fear. Maybe people also worry for him, like they're like, is he going to be okay? Like there's a very, you know, um, I think that it's going to take a while for people to truly be happy for him, because there's with the moon card there's this this very confusing shadow, I would say, this very confusing shadow that is projected on him. People maybe see him like, oh, he's tainted, or he's not the same. He was different when he was the comparison with Rice. um I think that I already mentioned this when people keep asking for what about Rice and what about Rice and his relationship with him. Let's separate, guys. Let's separate and focus on the group on one side and him on the other side, because this is important for him. So I think that the moon card definitely, it can appear this solo of his, it can appear in a moment where people are going to be a bit suspicious, or they're not going to be very sure about him. um Also, there's something about maybe people hiding and people not openly telling others, like, oh yeah, I support him. Like, I don't know if there's like, I don't know if you support his solo, maybe there's going to be like the fandom thinking like, oh, you're betraying the group because you're supporting him. And I don't know. I think that the atmosphere is very confusing. There could be a bit of a lot of confusion, maybe, people not understanding something about the solo, or maybe the way they are going to release it is going to be a bit. I don't want to say there is going to be interruptions, but there could be that they do something that is not professional, and you're like, what is this? But yeah, I mean, I think that from his side, he's trying his best to defeat all this negativity, or all this very sad vibe of like maybe people feeling sorry for him, feeling a bit of pity for him. But I think that this is not like what he wants, and I think that not I don't think that any professional wants, to people for to have pity. He wants to be recognized for what he can do, what he can bring, but probably there could be a bit of sadness in the air. With the Five of Swords, I think that he will try to, fight back, or just try to, fight back the sad feelings, or people just, maybe making very like sad comments like, oh my God, I miss you. Oh, you have to come back to Rise. Bringing back the past, bringing back past issues. It's like people are still not over, or not over. Maybe there's other people that distrust his nature as well, so yeah. But with the Five of Swords, I think that he's much more stronger mentally now, and he's like, he probably is going to answer back to certain haters. He's going to send a message, or he's going to say something that is not going to come out like passive aggressive, but probably he's going to be very bold, very vocal, maybe communicating more, not hiding. Definitely, I don't see him hiding. I don't see him you know, um, like he's going to drop the solo and then he's going to go away. I don't see it. I actually see the three of wands. So you could see Seunghan actually having a lot of activities in the future with the three of wands. The three of wands is giving me this is just the beginning. There's more to come. I'm going to be doing more things. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to go and meet people. So he's finally getting out. He's finally like, stretching his legs and be like, okay, I cannot wait to get out of this confinement. I think that also his creativity is also on fire. He's so passionate, and he's so ready to be active. Honestly, he's also very passionate artist, and he has a lot of things to show, and I can see that this could actually be a successful um comeback. I would say, yeah, comeback, a comeback of his image. I think that it could be successful, and even though things are a bit susceptible, there could be a bit of shadow, a bit of confusing misunderstandings here and there, but I think that honestly, he's not afraid. He's not afraid. And then, the card that I pulled from another deck, that is the card of the Hierophant. The Hierophant, again, for me, the Hierophant, it represents institutions. For me, literally, this represents the company values, the company, what they provide for Seunghan. And even if we have, our different opinions about Seunghan, not about Seunghan, sorry, about SM, and the way SM manages for this year, or for this part of his career, the best thing that he can do is to follow the guidelines of the company, follow traditions, follow the rules, follow the authority. Follow the authority. And I think that this is also an advice for his potential fans, new fans, or people that are getting to know Seunghan. Guys, if you want to start with the right foot, just follow what the company tells you, or just try to do try to have a better relationship with SM, because I think that there's something about Seunghan comeback, or Seunghan coming back, is going to be tied very much to SM, to the authorities, to him doing, not being able to actually get out of the box and be like, oh, I'm going to be different, original. No, he's been offered this but with certain conditions. There are certain rules, there are certain limitations that he's going to have. It's not like he's going to be like all out. He's going to be very, very much like, managed, control. And the advice actually for him, for this to go well, is to follow what the authorities say, what the company says. If the company tells him, okay, you have to do this like this, he will do it like this. So I think that also, if you're fans of him, you also should, try to get, I don't want to say like get along with the Sam, but somehow try to understand that, at least for this period, he has to do what the company tells him to. So, he has to follow traditions. He cannot, be that risky. He has to follow certain protocols, and you have to be patient, and you have to understand this, and not, take it like, oh my God, there's a company again doing this for him and ruining this for him. No, just, he's following the rules. He's following the guidelines. He's following what he's been told, what he has been learning, and I think that this is the safest way he can do this. So yeah, let's support him. I do see that he is, he's going to overcome his fears, all these shadows. So I hope that people that support him can do this as well. And yeah, have more faith in him. So yeah, thank you guys for requesting this reading, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye.